Okay, so I've got this wee question here. I'm running a pineapple farm and I'm been asked by Foodstuffs to provide them with some pineapples. I need to build up production. What I can do here is I can start my production with 10 pineapples per day on day 0. And I'm going to gradually pick that up until day 15. Now in day 15, or from day 15, I've got a new factory line coming on board, and so my production is going to pick up quite steeply up to the point of day 25, where I can happily provide 200 pineapples per day to the supermarket. Okay, so we've got days along the bottom and we've got the number of pineapples there. So I'm going to start with this formula up here because it's pretty easy. From day 25 onwards, I can provide 200 pineapples a day. So the formula for that is P equals 200. And here's the domain. In brackets, I'm going to say for days greater than or equal to 25. Okay, so that's what a domain is. It tells you what the x-axis, or in this case the d-axis, tells you what values that formula is appropriate for. Right, pop down here. This is the next easy one because I've got a nice easy y-intercept there at 10. So my formula here is number of pineapples equals, it's going to be plus 10 at the end. And all I've got to do is work out the gradient. So I rise from 10 up to 40, so that's a rise of 30 and a run of 15. So 30 over 15 is 2. So basically I am increasing the number of pineapples by 2 each day, starting at 10. Now the domain here, that is for days less than or equal to 15. Now the red line is a whole lot harder, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Well, the most obvious reason is if I look for the y-intercept here, it's not at 40. The y-intercept is actually way down here somewhere. Okay, so we've got a wee bit of calculation to work out that middle line. Anyway, we'll start with what we can, and that is the gradient. So the number of pineapples equals, so this line rises from 40 up to 200, so that's a rise of 160. I'll just note that on the side, 160 over a run of 10. Oh, it's not so bad, that's 16. So 16D. Now to find that y-intercept, this is the slightly harder bit. Because it's way off the graph, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this gradient of 16 pineapples per day, and I'm going to drop down from here. So 16 pineapples per day. In 15 days, if this carried on at 16 pineapples per day, 15 days would be 15 times 16, which is 240. So basically over 15 days I'm going to have produced 240 pineapples fewer. Alright, now if I'm 240 pineapples fewer down here at day 0 and I'm 40 here, that means 40 of that 240 drops me down to the x-axis. Keep going down, I'm going to be crossing here at negative 200. Alright, so the y-axis, if I drop by 240, 15 days at a rate of 16 pineapples per day, I'm going to be crossing the y-axis at negative 200. Now of course that doesn't make sense in real life, but the point is that this graph actually doesn't go to day 0, and that's why the domain is really important here. From day 15 up to day 25 is where this number of pineapples is. Now basically the way this works, we put the number of days in the middle, and this is for the days greater than 15, but also at the same time the days less than 25, and that's how the domain looks for the middle line.